In fact, I know we will be. This is going to be pretty exciting. We're all thrilled that the fourth burner pot is back on the air. When they told me this week this was coming back to the show this Sunday, I said, wow, we haven't seen this in a while, and it's true. You are going to be able to get that fourth burner pot. It's an 11-cup capacity, and this is the pot you're going to leave out on your stovetop all the time, because once you have it, you're going to use it all the time. I've got some great color choices, and on the inside is the little cooker steamer basket. So all this works down inside, and then you've got a glass cook and look lid. This will work on all stovetops, P.S. and by the way. So I have this in black. I also have green. This is blue. Then we have gray. And finally, we have the red. Now, the red is repeated in the handle as well as the little handle of the basket. So all this coming together for you at a great price, but here's the rub. It's an expiring price. Price and Easy Pay all go away end of day today, meaning tonight. You don't want to miss out on this. Mark Charles Massili is back with us. Mark Charles, what have you here?
Well, I have the problem solution. 18 years ago,
Is this what inspired it?
This is what inspired it. I designed the fourth burner pot with Kuhn Rikon on a napkin. I kept saying, well, we know what an asparagus cooker looks like, but we need a teapot. We need something that is a colander. We need a measuring cup. We need a ladle, and we need a regular pot. So I took all of that, and this is only some of the pieces, and turned it into the 11-cup stock. The 11-cup. What do you call it?
Fourth burner pot.
Fourth burner pot, wow. So the idea is that you have a clear look, cook and look lid. You have a silicone wrap top and handle, fork split handle, so not only does the heat dissipate, but you grab it at any temperature on the stovetop and it's not gonna get too hot on you. We did a beautiful stainless steel body. This one is, let me just make sure I always mix it up. This one is the soup. So I'm gonna show you something what I love. If you're doing something like tomato soup, I can go right from here with no ladle because I really worked on the pour spout for a long time and rejected a lot of them. Pull up and stop. So you don't have a drip back, you have a perfect pour. So think about every time you're making a soup, a gravy, a reduction sauce, you don't need a ladle anymore because of the pour spout. So there's the ladle minus.
And Mark Charles, you did something very smart on the inside here.
Yep.
You gave us measurement designations.
Because there are times we need to do that, right?
So right inside, you're going to see all the measurement designations up to 11-cup capacity. So if you're measuring a certain amount of water, say you're doing one of those pouches of noodles and sauce or something.
Yeah, the
this
mixes
way,
and stuff.
You know exactly how much liquid to add. As well as whatever else you're mixing in. So it's all right here. I wanted to show you this one. Yeah.
And then my other favorite feature is we put a colander in. So whether you are doing something like large pasta or you're doing small peas, I gave you large holes, you flip it, and small holes. So watch this. This is boiling water. We just did the pasta in here. I'm able with, by the way, notice my hands, folks. There's nothing on my hands. I'm touching this boiling hot pot with complete protection. Why? The silicone wrap on the handle, the silicone wrap on the knob on the top, and I'm able to pull this out. And what I love about this, why this is important, folks, is not only are you not dirtying a colander, which is the second big piece that you have to clean out, you now can actually dress your pasta inside this pot. That's important because it's the residual heat that will incorporate the sauce into the pasta.
And help everything melt.
Yep, correct.
That'd be perfect, yeah.
And I'm gonna pour this.
Maybe you're adding some butter to those noodles, or cheese sauce.
Or just pouring it out.
Those are cavatappi noodles too, and they're ridged and they're kind of a corkscrew shape. So this is a perfect noodle for mac and cheese. I mean, look at that, it just keeps coming.
I mean, seriously, folks, that's a lot of noodles. And I had a jumper, sorry.
Some of it fell in the portion.
And now the other one, what I did with this was, the vertical part is also important too, David, and I think you'll appreciate this and always have, is that we don't have a lot of stove space. So if you are cooking with your big 8-quart stock pot or your 12-inch saute pan, what are you gonna put in that other burner, that fourth burner? Why the name came up. You can put something tall and skinny, but still have the capacity. So we went vertical with this, so it takes up very little space on your stovetop while the rest is cooking.
So while some more things are getting ready to be demonstrated, let me show you the colors again. And let me tell you, we've now taken orders for 400 of these are gone. Here's the black. I also have the green. Green is our most limited option. Here's blue. I also have it for you in gray. And red is our most popular. Now, keeping this out on the countertop means you've always got it at the ready for whatever you're cooking, steaming or heating.
Or by the way, the other thing, I mentioned a teapot. Back in the day, my mom always had that teapot sitting at the ready, right?
Yep.
This can stay on your stove, and it's a teapot. So what I love is it's a little bit further than a teapot. You can infuse and make your own coffees and teas inside the pot because remember the strainer I talked about. So in this one, I put whole oranges, some cinnamon sticks, and some rosemary. I made a rosemary, cinnamon, orange iced tea. So I'm able to take that smaller strain, strain out everything, keep all
And
the
all
things.
the solids, right?
All the solids, and I'm able to make this a hot tea or a cold tea. That great, that easy. So it really takes something to another level of just a basic old teapot. Let's do some reveals, which I think you'll love. First and foremost, it was inspired by the asparagus cooker. So we took the basket, I put a little silicone handle in there. You pull it up, and we even gave you a little kickstand. Why is that important? So you can actually drain out all of the water.
How many asparagus are in there?
There are 88 asparagi.
Asparagus.
Which is the correct plural. And remember my rule with this tool. If it's green, steam. You can steam or boil with this. With this basket, there are feet on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. The feet keep it raised. So I could do white wine, lemon and water, and have just about 1 inch of water and steam all these asparagus.
Speaking of white wine.
Okay. Oh, yes. This is my other favorite demo. So clams, mussels. I'm going to pour out what I actually cooked it in, which was white wine, butter, and herbs.
And you'll get some crusty bread to dip.
Oh, yeah. You're going to drain it all out. Remember, I'm using the actual colander part of the lid. And now that it's drained out, what? Is there any more? There we go. Wow.
Oh, there's a little more in there.
Okay.
I give it a little shake. It's hiding.
There we go. It's hiding inside the clams. And then, if you went to a restaurant and ordered this at home, I can make this for pennies now because of the fact that I use my multi-pot
And every
vertical.
platter's going to have a little
at
bit
that.
on the bottom of the platter, so take some of your crusty bread and just sop it up
Correct.
after you finish all that.
Is that the
Have a
greatest?
spare bowl for the shells, right?
Love that. So it's really a versatile pot that we both love because it works. The other thing I love too, I want to mention, this is a piece that you're not going to find in a cookware set. So if you have cast iron, Le Creuset, which we all do, or maybe All Clad, or Cook's Essentials, or Blue Jean Chef, this is a piece that gets to be an accessory part to any cookware you already have. It's not really, it's replacing a lot of little things, but it's also a great accompaniment to whatever you own, which is what I love.
Right before we show colors, can
Yep.
we talk about how many hot dogs are in here?
So those are, I have to write this stuff down because I don't remember it. 28 hot dogs, 88 asparagus, and wait,
hot
let's do
dogs.
eggs while we're doing it here. Ready? 16 eggs. 16 eggs that are being boiled.
Wow.
Folks, look at the amount of water I'm not using that I would normally use. If I told you to boil 16 eggs, you would get your biggest stock pot out, fill it. It would take forever for the water to boil, and then these would knock into each other and crack, with the rolling boil of water. Now you don't have that because they're tight, kept in a basket, and a quarter of the water that you would use.
And then suddenly you've got poached eggs in the water, whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so this is the black. 1,000 left in the black. Here is the green, most limited, $8.75. Here's blue. Oh, blue is now most limited, $8.50 left. Here's the gray. Gray's popular with only 1,200, and finally the red. Most popular and 1,400 left to go around. This has been one of our most popular items historically in the kitchen category. I'm so thrilled to see it back because when they showed this to me in a meeting this week, I was like, oh, our foodies are going to be so thrilled that this is back because it's such a useful pot. It's one that you're going to use every day.
Correct. And I started it 18 years ago, and we brought it sporadically because it takes a lot to build this. And then, of course, we want people to, maybe use it for a little bit, come up with more ideas. And then we bring up a new version. And really, we haven't changed it except for the color sometimes or the finish on it. And so that's what I love. You've seen this video, all the different things that I've been talking about, just reiterated.
Oh, red
and all the
potatoes.
design. Gotta love that. You know, potatoes and boiling, being able to do the straining in it. It's really 5 tools in one, and it takes up so little counter and stovetop space, and that's why I love this piece. To me, this is a must-have in any home. Oh, there's the clams. They did it again, too. Love that. And, of course, making all those fill marks on there. If you're doing reduction sauces, you'll really need the measurements, too.
What about an infusion gravy?
So that's what I love also. So think about this, folks, okay? You're going to do a gravy. Put in whole things, but cut them. Mushroom, shallots,
Garlic
cloves,
yeah.
rosemary sprigs. But here's the thing. All of those wholes that you're keeping in there are infusing into the gravy. Now I've cooked it. Now I want to pour it out. Ready? Remember, we've got the holes. So I'm able to actually pour this out and create a gravy with rosemary, garlic, beautiful mushrooms, and shallots, all infused. But do you see a chunk of it anywhere in that gravy?
No.
I don't have to strain it out with a strainer. It literally does it all in one pot.
We are very, very busy with 2,300 of these out the door. And if you have not yet experienced a fourth burner pot, let me encourage you to pick one up today because the uses are endless. And once you have this in your kitchen, you'll wonder how you did without it. QVC.com and mobile apps are going to be the best way to go through right now. We have this in black. $7.50 left in the black. Here it is in the green. $7.50 in the green. If you want blue, $6.50, most limited. Here it is in the gray. Now fewer than 1,000, and the red. Fewer than 1,000. And notice how those numbers are dwindling so rapidly?
Yep.
Everyone's looking at this and saying, wait a minute, I've seen this before, or they're seeing it for the first time and saying, wait, I need one of these.
It's been a while.
I need 2 of these in my
Look at this,
kitchen.
guys.
Now look at this. Here's cauliflower and asparagus, something I eat a lot of these days.
True, and by the way, I want you to really take a look at the color, folks, okay? That is a bright, bright green. And that's important because we steamed it. We needed less than an inch of water. If I wanted to jazz it up a little bit, put some lemon juice inside of there, or white wine while it's steaming. Chicken broth. So I'm not taking a big pot, boiling out all the nutrients and getting gray broccoli. I'm taking up less than a half an inch, less energy, less time, and I got beautiful, bright, cooked, steamed broccoli. So green
Little
steam.
White potatoes.
White potatoes
you
in
can do
there.
red new potatoes.
Oh, look, I did something new in
You
this
do
one.
fingerlings as
Chef
well.
Nick did this one, and this is a kielbasa. We actually cooked in some kielbasa, and they're great side dishes. Look at that, guys. So
Is there sauerkraut in there?
Sauerkraut and kielbasa in there. So I love the fact that this can be worked for anything, soups, stews. You're heating up some meatballs, you know? It's really, really wonderful of a piece.
And maybe you're trying to eat a little leaner going into the new year. You're making turkey meatballs.
Yep.
Great.
Correct.
Go ahead and do that. If you're using a no sugar added marinara or making your own sauce, use
works.
this pot.
Yep.
This is 11 cup capacity, and we're now over half gone in what we brought in. I'm going to tell you right now, we haven't had this on the air in months.
Months.
And every time we have it on the air, it is super popular. If you're brand new to the fourth burner pot, let me encourage you to give it a try. You've got an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee, so really nothing to lose and everything to gain, right?
Yep.
So let's talk to you about colors and what remains. And more than half our quantity is gone. Now, if you want black, I have 450 going very quickly. Here's green. 600 if you want the blue. Most limit to, well, it's actually equal to the black now, 450. Here is the gray, 750, and the most popular red, only 600. How many people are on the phone line, Sean? 900 people are on the phone line.
They were waiting for this.
Oh, they were super
waiting for this. This has been a while, folks.
When in our Friday morning meeting, we have a meeting every Friday morning to go over the Wednesday and Sunday David shows, and when this popped up on the slide
Got excited.
presentation, I was like, oh my word! Our foodies are going to be thrilled this is back. So I am so tickled that you got this. And if you're on the line, please stay there. And if you're buying more than one, smart.
Very
really,
smart.
really good idea. Mark Charles, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. See you soon.
Okay.